Okay, hi guys. Hi, you ready? We're doing this early before little man goes to bed because I assume he's going to go to bed with his dad later before I see you again. But we have got this advent calendar, and like I said in day number 1's video, there's 1 through 12. So we're going to do this on even number days. So since today's video is going to be for the 2nd, he's going to open door number 1 today. And we got this from World Market. And it says dog treats, advent calendar, mini bite-sized treats, cheese, salmon, chicken, and beef. And on the front it says it's from Too Good Gourmet. Tastes good, feels good, established 1998. And then the same thing, mini bite-sized treats, cheese, salmon, chicken, beef. It doesn't have, like last year's had like a, I can't think of the name of it, but like, you know, we're a little mini kind of cheat sheet. I take the bow off. Oh, it's taped on. We were not prepared, huh, puppy? And I don't know if it's just the shape that, I know we're so excited. We're so excited, huh, Mav? Aren't we, Maverick? Yeah, you can't eat that. That's his favorite color, by the way, green. But the size of the box, it's smaller up here and it's wider down here. So I don't know if that's any indication that his treats will get bigger the closer to Christmas. But we'll see. But we're going to open door number 1 right here with the little paw and the little engine, train engine. Are you ready? Mom's going to assist because she's got thumbs. You ready, huh? What do we got? Oh, they're labeled. That's awesome. Okay, so we got this little baggie. He's going to be so excited until I show it to him or give it to him. And the label actually says what they are. It says cheese. They're a little crumbled, but I don't think he's going to mind. I'm probably going to give him like one out of here and then give him some like through the evening until he goes to bed or whatever. But let me show you up close. This one, excuse me, sir. This one looks like it's not crumbled. I know, you're so excited. But here's the little cheese, like cheese cracker. I can't smell anything. You want it? You want to come up here? You want it? Yum, yum. He was sitting for it. Yum, yum, yum. He's so good. Do you like it? Here, I'll give you one more. Then we're going to save the crumbles and the other 2. Come up here. Yum, yum, yum. He's so gentle. Well, that is our advent for day 1 for little pup. Thank you. I'm just going to stick this to the video before or after I start talking. So hopefully you enjoyed it or will enjoy it or, you know, whatnot. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. And as you guys probably already saw, because I'm sure I put it at the beginning of this, Maverick opened his advent today. So he opened door 1 on the 2nd because we're going to do it. I think I already explained that. We're going to do it on all the even days. So let's see, the last time I talked to you, because day 1 was later than I expected it to be, was this afternoon. I'm happy to report that it didn't take the 2 days of recovery time. My knee, whatever little piece of bone was doing its jabby thing, unjabbied. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know myself because, you know, I'm not my doctor. The pain, though, is it's sore because obviously it stabbed the tendons and it's swelly and, you know, all the bad things. But it's like a stiff, swelly sore. It's not a something's jabbing through your leg kind of sore. So we'll take the win, right? Especially because as you're seeing this, I have to work today. So great. It is great. Like, that's not a sarcastic great. So Maverick opened his gift, and there's Advent, I mean, and I have my Advent from Bella. Oh, I didn't even notice that she taped a goodie to the front of it. Yum. These, if I remember right, yep, it says it on here. These are caramel apple Ghirardelli. So they have like this, if you've ever had a Ghirardelli chocolate, like where it's, you know, like a little chocolate outside, and then the inside has this like just amazing gooey caramely yumminess. This has like a caramel apple filling instead of just the regular caramel. I don't know why I'm trying to take the tape off. I'm just gonna open the bag anyway, and they're in the shape of a little pumpkin inside. Thank you, Bella. Yum. Let's open this after I show you, because I'm pretty proud of what I got done. I will link the video down below because, like I said, it's a creative. I told you guys this yesterday. That this was a creative grandma pattern. I want to say it's just called like the Easy Ripple blanket, but it's a series of V stitches and such. Oop, sorry, I had something fall. Okay, anyway. But here is what I was talking about when I said I had started the scrap, if you guys hadn't seen it before. If you guys have been around for a couple years, you may remember it, because I was literally just like, this pink down here is a much thinner yarn than some of them. There is the size like 5 or 6 homespun in here. Most of them are size 4 weight yarn. And they're all just, you know, either random balls or like there are some spots in here. I don't know if I can find one or not. I'll tell you, I found one when I was sewing in ends that was like 2 stitches long, and that was it. I was like, why did I do this? I mean, I know why, because I wanted to use every bit of scrap. And, oh, if it looks like there's a tail, it's because this is where I have to join the next one. That's the only thing it's not sewn in right now. But more recently, you've probably seen me making that just long, continuous scrap snake. And I use little tiny scraps in that even, because if they're long enough to get a few stitches out of, that's fine. And if they're really short, like my clippings and things like that, I use that to stuff the snake. So from here on out, anything that would only get like 2 stitches on the V-stitch will probably just get put in the snake instead. But everything else it can go in here. And it's pretty pretty wide for, it's like a throw, you know, and it goes around me completely, so definitely able to like cover up, you know, your legs with it in a chair or something like that. I guess I wish I made it just a little, like another couple of peaks longer, but that's okay. Or I can just stop when this is more like a baby blanket size and start a new one or whatever. But I remember this being on here because this is where I had stopped, I think, during a Vlogmas when I was doing this. So I kept the progress keeper, but I had, considering every color has, you know, a beginning and an end, I had ends all the way down to here. Ends. There was like 60 or 80 some ends to sew in tonight. It was insane. But that's where I'm at on my scrap blanket that I decided to pick back up with Bella doing one. I do have another scrap more recently started that's the Mile a Minute with all my different scraps, and I'm using that pink to join it from Joann's. So I also may pick that back up, but this one isn't going to be like, this one works up really quickly. However, I'm still going to be doing other projects in between. So I don't know that I'm, you know, who knows when I'm going to get it done, but my aim is to do it, you know, during this Vlogmas and see. Like I said, maybe if I decide to do it just baby blanket, kind of like lap blanket size, then it's, you know, halfway done or more. So, but I thought I would show you that before I open my Advent. So hopefully you guys like it. See, and it counts as Christmassy. There's Christmas yarn in it. See right there? That's a holiday, probably red heart from back in the day or so. So yes, that's where we're at on that. And like I said, I will try to remember to link, if I forget to link Creative Grandma's video and you guys want the link, don't let me forget. But considering it has, like I said, like 2 or 3 weight yarn, and then this is like 5 or 6 weight right in here, and the purple is too, it came out pretty evenly. I was very surprised and happy with that. So scrap blanket. Okay, I think we're just gonna open the Bella gift and then be done for the day, because I knew this would happen. I did warn you this would happen, that even if my leg got completely better, it got better, because it's weird. I don't necessarily do anything to injure it. Like I mentioned, like my injury was years and years ago. This is just an old war injury. No, I mean, it's a remnant injury, basically, that reoccurs whenever it wants to. So all that being said, it's as easy, like when I get up, sometimes the wrong thing like catches and it just like kind of locks up in pain and I can't straighten it out. And it goes away just as quickly sometimes. I don't mean like length of time, because like I said, last weekend it took 2 full days, but I mean like it can be awful and I could think like, oh, this is never going away. And then the next time I go to stand up, I'll do like a preliminary stretch, because since it doesn't want to straighten out, I have to like very slowly force it to straighten out. And I'll go to do that and it'll be fine. And I'll be like, you know, cautiously getting up the first time and testing it out, and then it's fine. So like I said, right now it's sore from whatever mangly damage the stabbiness inside has done, but it's functioning. So that happened at like 7 or 8 o'clock. And I was just like, well, you know what? This may be the laziness talking, but after dealing with that today, I don't want to go out to the store at like 7 or 8 o'clock, which is unlike me. Like normally I'm down for going out whenever, if I need to get something done, and procrastinating until it is later in the day. But yeah, I just didn't feel like it. I was like, no, everything like grocery wise that's here will last until my next day off. So it'll be fine. Yeah. But I'm glad that it's, you know, hopefully, knock on wood, nothing else happens. So let's open up our day 2 from Bella. She's got a season 4 sticker on here. It's funny because the sticker says season 4, and like that's like Elle's season 4 haircut and everything, but then there's the fireworks that were like season 3 was known for the fireworks. Which, whatever, I don't hate it. That's fine. I love fireworks. So, I think this is actually, I think all of the season 4 characters are on here, except maybe that's, sorry, I had fiber in my mouth. It almost looks like that's Dustin from season 3, though. That's weird. It's like they're just picking who they want to pick. Yeah, and the 4th of July fair, that's at the bottom. That's down here by Joyce. They like mix like a mixture of everything together. Anyway, on to the opening. Alright, I am going to try without looking to fan it out a little bit and to show you guys first. And yesterday we had that pretty like blue-gray tonal color. So let's see what we have today. Oh, so this it's like also blue-gray, but it's a little more tonal, like there's some lighter spots. And this 100% reminds me of like faded jeans. So Maybe the first one can be Billy's and this one can be Eddie's. So we got Billy and Eddie. She did not, to my knowledge, she did not like Stranger Things it or anything this time. But you know, my mind always goes there. So it's very pretty, and the two definitely go together. I need to think of a project because this is what, my 3rd year with this kind of yarn, so they all go together. So I could make like something kind of massive from it, you know. I'll have to think about that. But that is number 2, and I did not forget. I'm still not exactly sure how to make this like a game between us besides me reading a quiz question to you. Let me pop this back open because this was the game from Bella also. Sorry. Oh, sorry. That yawn took right over. And I had asked what game... You know what? You know what's really, really funny? I read this to you verbatim, and I didn't catch it. Bella did in the comments from yesterday's video. The question is, what game do the boys play the evening before Mike disappears? And me and most of you guys just answered it was D&D. And I'm going to double check the back to make sure. Yep, Dungeons and Dragons. But Mike did not disappear. Will did. Oh, Bella found the typo. I think my brain was just so programmed to, like, I knew it was Will that disappeared, and I knew the game they played was D&D, so it would have been, you know, the answer, I guess, but... Sorry. That's pretty funny, though. Okay, so let's do number 2 on here. What does Dustin offer Nancy? This is... I wonder if they're going by TV show. Like, if this is episode 1, and... Anyway, what does Dustin offer Nancy before the boys leave the Wheelers' house? Presumably that night. Yep. I know the answer. Even if I didn't know the answer, I have the answer. But you guys can leave it in the comment below, all you Stranger Things fans. What did Dustin offer Nancy before leaving the house that night? Okay. So, trivia. Advent. Blanket. And I'll move my progress keeper up to where we're at now. And Maverick. And I think Maverick's Advent. And I think that's everything for today. This actually video lasted longer than I thought it would, to be fully honest with you. I was like, I'm not going to have anything to say or talk about. Nothing has happened. You know what? Something did happen, and I do have one other thing to talk about. I don't know if any of you guys are watching this show, but I am, obviously. On HBO, whatever the stream, is it HBO Max? Or is it just HBO? Anyway, on HBO, they have a show that started in October called Welcome to Derry. Derry. Because it's based off of Stephen King's It. And it's kind of like a prequel show explaining how things come to be, or like explaining the origin of, you know, Pennywise and everything. And I have to say... Do you guys watch it? First of all, if you do, what do you think about it? But second of all, like, that show, to me, it's done really, really, really well. They even have the, not Tim Curry, not the original It, but the other fella who does the newer It. I can't think of his name right now. It's on like the tip of my tongue too. Skarsgård. Is it Bill Skarsgård? I think so. Well, anyway, yeah, he comes back as Pennywise, and there's a lot of characters that, because I think the show is set in, I want to say the 60s. Maybe it's the 50s. Might be the 50s. I should pay more attention to that, I guess. But because each cycle, right, isn't it every 30 years? And we're in the movie wasn't it the 80s that, gosh, now I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read the book too. But anyway, it's got characters that, like you assume to be like the parents or the uncles or aunts or the young people who are the old people in the movie, like that kind of thing. So like there's familiarity, and it's so good. And tonight's episode was so good. Without giving spoilers away, like you start seeing, because like before it's kind of like, like just like in the movies where of course only kids, especially at first, are seeing him, believing in him, terrified of him, and nobody will believe the kids, of course, so he can just keep feeding off their terror. Well, like the show is following that same guideline, because I mean that's very realistic too, right? Like if an adult sees him first, they're probably going to try harder and faster to put a stop to it, or for everybody to flee, or whatever. But kids, he's got plenty of time to scare the bejesus out of them because nobody believes them, right? So it's transitioning from the kids to the adults, if that makes sense. Because like I said, I don't want to give too much away in case anybody's going to watch it or hasn't caught up yet or anything. But yeah, I really liked it. So I watched that tonight because I didn't get to watch it last night. I just got distracted with everything. I was watching my friend's concert, like I said, and then my knee issue, and I caught it tonight anyway. So it's on every Sunday night. And I also love, speaking of, the 80s. Well, I love the 80s period, but I know this is weird, but like, how do I put this? Nowadays we have that instant gratification of most like series that we want to watch is all out in one night. I mean, most of the time Stranger Things was even like that, which I'm split there because like it is kind of great for like one or two TV shows that you're really into. And I know everybody's into different things. So obviously this new age where that happens more often is good for different people for different shows. I do understand that. But only speaking from my point of view. Like I'm super happy that we get to see, bulk batches of Stranger Things. But then there's shows that I also really enjoy, like Welcome to Derry, or like Only Murders in the Building. If you're familiar with that, it was on Hulu. Now it's on Disney. Or like, speaking of Disney, The Loki Show or WandaVision. Shows like that. Mandalorian. I thought at first, like, and even as you watch them, if it's a show you're really into, like with Derry tonight, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait till Sunday. Why does it have to be Sunday? But like, that's the kind of stuff we said in the 80s or the 90s, right? That anticipation of, looking forward to Sunday night is Welcome to Derry night, or Tuesday night is Only Murders in the Building night, or whatever. I miss that. I'm not even gonna lie, because I don't know, it's like, it's kind of like it gives your nights more meaning in a way. Like, yes, obviously with friends and family or hobbies or pets, or you are probably also happy and content. It doesn't take TV to make you content. So I hope you understand like what I'm trying to spit out and say. But like, I remember coming home from school and having dinner, and during dinner even we'd be, oh yeah, tonight is, like my grandparents on, I think, Friday nights, tonight's Dallas night, and what do you think's gonna happen, or I can't believe this happened. And I don't know, it just gives you this level of anticipation that kind of makes it enjoyable. Does that make sense? I don't know. Well, anyway, I really love that they're doing that. I love that more shows are doing that. And it may be frustrating when you're like, oh God, I can't wait. I'm so nervous, or what, or whatever. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. But that's part of the enjoyment also, right? Is then you spend that week like, unless it's something that you are very connected to or something, you're most likely not going to, go into some kind of panic attack because you have to wait or whatever. But you do have that excited anticipation. Even if it's disguised as hate. Like, I hate to wait this long. Yes, you do, but don't you kind of like the waiting at the same time to like let your brain fully, I don't know, let your brain fully, be engaged with it? Does that make sense? So anyway, I didn't mean to get on that soapbox, but I'm very excited and looking forward to Sunday is really what I was trying to say. But I'm enjoying the fact that it is once a week. So now what I didn't like was that it was very cool that it was like, I don't know, the second or third episode, I think, that was the week of Halloween. And Halloween was on, a Friday or Saturday? Friday, right? Like the days ran together because I went on vacation. But they put the episode out on Halloween night. So I thought, and this was my own fault, but I thought it was like a bonus episode. But no, then I didn't get an episode on Sunday, and I was very sad about that. I was very sad. So, anyway, other than that, which I still understand, just I'm gonna let you go, but let me know if you guys are watching Welcome to Derry, or like, what are you watching right now? You know that I like the like horror / fantasy of everything, but sci-fi, but I watch other stuff too. What are you guys watching right now? All right, I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.